Hello and welcome to TheWorkz. I'm your host Hugh. I'm the Chief Bottle Washer here at Web Dimensions Inc. And today I'm going to take a little time and go over for you everything about TheWorkz and what TheWorkz does, what you can expect from it, what you need to get ahead with TheWorkz, and basically just everything it does. So let's just go ahead now and start with the platform overview. Now, TheWorkz is basically going to be your foundation platform. And the reason that we call it that is because here's where you're going to be able to store all your profiles for your niches and your businesses. And what I mean by that is every business that you run or every niche that you service generally has a title, it has keywords associated with it, and a description, a website, and certain other things that are connected to that niche that you work. TheWorkz is going to allow you to design your niches from the ground up. So your marketing is going to be based on your niches and not your software. So what you want to do is basically design your business strategy based on your niche or your business, and then you can program in multiple businesses into TheWorkz. Now, once you have the business programmed into TheWorkz, then you'll have all that data plugged in and you'll be able to use it as a basis for your marketing. Furthermore, on the foundation platform, we're going to allow you to save all your connections, your logins, and your access tokens for your various accounts like Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, all the social networks, all the video networks, your blogs, indexers, syndication services, spinners, all the tools and connections that you need to do any marketing. You're going to save them into the foundation platform of TheWorkz, and we'll get to that later. But once you have all these things programmed in, then you've got all the building blocks that you need to start putting together the marketing campaigns and get things out there via an automated bus or automated API. And then the other awesome thing about TheWorkz is that you've got multiple software access. As you know, that we have lots of different tools like TweetWorks, LinkWorks, VidWorks, and other software. And up till now, you've had to log into them all separately. But now in TheWorkz, you'll be able to just log into TheWorkz and then get immediate access to any of those tools just by clicking without logging in again. Here's the connected software that we have. Okay, let's talk about the connected apps that we have in TheWorkz right now. We currently have these 5 connected, and LinkWorks and TapVids is integrated with the profile system in TheWorkz. Webinar Alpha, VidWorks 3, and TweetWorks are integrated, but just for logins so far. We're not using the profiles yet, but that will come soon. The idea is to create the profile in TheWorkz, and then it transfers to the client software, and you'll see that as we go forward. Now, the upcoming connected apps, these are ones that I'm working on now and that will soon be available to you in TheWorkz. You've already got TapVids Uplink, which is a very cool video syndication system, but along with that, you're going to have TapVids Create, which is an easy video maker. TapVids Display, which is a video player. VidWorks 4.0, which is an upgrade to, of course, VidWorks 3.0. Pinworks, which is my new Pinterest software. Blogworks, which will do all kinds of things with blogs. Instaworks or Instagram. And TubeWorks, which is a very advanced analytics module for YouTube, which is coming soon. So you can look forward to all those things coming in the upcoming months for you. The other thing that TheWorkz does for you is it does back-end processing for the front-end software that I listed. For example, it manages the video queues, and the video queues will render videos from video creators like VidWorks, LinkWorks, TapVids Create. The video queues will upload your videos to all the connections that you've created in TheWorkz. And We also will have an upcoming video action schedule, which is going to be part of my awesome new TapVids platform, where you'll be able to actually schedule original videos to be made and distributed for you on a schedule, which is pretty amazing. You'll see that as we go forward. Now, in the back-end syndication, we also do multiple tier syndication, which means that once, for example, if you're doing some video marketing, you create a video, you upload, and you distribute it to YouTube and other multiple channels, then we get those links back, and those links then get syndicated over to your syndication networks like OnlyWire, SendWire, and also you can actually set up your own syndication network on TheWorkz, so you don't need those OnlyWire and SendWire, but they're connected. If you want to use them, it's kind of an easy conduit to a big network for you. And we use what I call intelligent processing, which means that each item knows what to do. For example, if you create a video, you upload it to YouTube and you get back a YouTube share, and then we send it over to TheWorkz, and TheWorkz automatically knows that since it's a YouTube video, it's going to create an embed and post it on the blog. And that's what we call intelligent processing and syndication mapping. And that goes from Pinterest, Flickr, YouTube, the blogs. We've got a PDF Scribd authorization. And basically whatever object that you choose to syndicate with, it's going to be smart enough to know how to handle the incoming content and process it and upload it to its own channel. And this also includes social cues that is done in the back end as well, such as TheWorkz following and unfollowing, and that also will be part of the Pinterest, the Instagram, so on and so forth, auto posting of content, your social cues, and what we call continuing syndication mapping, which means you've got, multi-tier syndication going on. For example, like I said, upload a video, share it to social sites, and you could take your social links and then put it on your blog, and you can take the blog links and put it on more social sites. And there's so many ways to design what we call the syndication mapping. So that's the whole idea is for that. Now, why are we doing all of this? Three main reasons. First of all, I want to consolidate and empower my marketing efforts so I can create marketing waves easily, leveraging multiple automated platforms online. It doesn't all have to be automated. Like I could write my blog posts by hand, post it on my blog, then that could be turned into video, shared on YouTube, then that YouTube can be shared to social sites, and so on and so forth. I mean, it can be the marketing wave can really be as complex as you want to design it, and that's what TheWorkz is for. The second reason why is because I wanted to centralize all my software logins so I can access all the tools from the same console rather than having to log into them all separately as before TheWorkz. And then the third rather important reason for doing this is to eliminate redundant or conflicting authorizations and tokens logins. So there's no reason that you should have to reauthorize or resave your login many times for many different software. You'll just do it once in TheWorkz, and then our client software will use the authorizations that you have saved on TheWorkz. This saves you a lot of time and makes the software very powerful. Let's talk a little bit about the client software now. Now, I've been talking about TheWorkz, but the software that integrates with TheWorkz, we think of it kind of as what we call a thin client. In other words, a lot of the main processing power is on the back end of in the TheWorkz platform, but the software that you'll use is a front end client to the back end. So we use the front end software to do certain operations to set up our marketing waves. The client software has its own name and website, but can be accessed via the TheWorkz login. As I went over before, some of the software included is TheWorkz, VidWorks, TapVids, LinkWorks, and others. But they all integrate on the back end with what we have running on TheWorkz, and that makes it easy for you. Now, sometimes the client software will direct you back to TheWorkz. For example, if you need to set up an S3 file storage account, which you're going to need for TapVids. So if you try to do a TapVids uplink, it's going to say, please go to TheWorkz and set up your S3. But as soon as you do that, it'll be available to you in the client software. And as I mentioned, the client software utilizes the profiles you've created in TheWorkz, and that means as I described in the beginning, your niche software, your niche accounts, such as the title of your business, the keywords associated with that niche, a description or mission statement of that business or niche, the website, the default website that you want to promote for that niche, and so on and so forth. Those profiles are propagated over to the client software from TheWorkz. So you set them up on TheWorkz, and then when you run the client software, it automatically has all your profiles saved in it. So you can use many different client softwares, but you never have to set up your profile again. Or your connections, for that matter. So you set up your YouTube authorizations, your blog logs, and so forth. You set them on TheWorkz, and then the client software has access to all of those connections that you've created and authorized on TheWorkz, so you don't have to enter them again. And each client software has a different function, but via TheWorkz, the publishing is coordinated throughout all the applications, so you can get all the applications working together. Once again, just to go over the software, you've got LinkWorks and TapVids Uplink, Webinar Alpha, VidWorks 3, TheWorkz, and then coming soon other ones. And I actually missed one, which is FaceWorks. Oops, gotta get that K. Yeah, FaceWorks. Okay, so this actually goes over here. So this is an upcoming app. Now let's talk a little bit about your TheWorkz profile. Your TheWorkz profile is your marketing identity for that company or niche. So you want to really design that identity very well. The title, description, mission statement, the tags and keywords that you want associated with that identity, the website, default website that you want to promote for that identity, and of course the connections, because each separate marketing identity will have connections to, for example, its own Facebook fan page, its own Twitter account. For example, you would not connect a software company to a German Shepherd's fan page and that sort of thing. So this is how we keep all that very well organized on the fundamental level, by just creating your whole marketing identity one time in TheWorkz, and then connecting all those niche specific accounts to that marketing identity, and then that can be used throughout all of the client software. And once again, the content of your profile is going to consist of the title, keywords, description, mission statement, the business info, email, the website you want to promote, various other properties of the business, and again the account connections. So I kind of go over that already. Let's take a look at the connections that we've got already working. The most important one is the S3 Amazon AWS, and it's required for video functions going forward. With VidWorks and LinkWorks, I believe we're using our own S3, but we probably be changing that so you can use yours. And for the other ones, they're going to require, TapVids requires you have your own S3. And I'm going to give you some drill down training on how to create this S3 credential, but what you're going to need is the access ID, the access secret key, and then you're going to have to create a bucket in your account, and those three pieces of data are required to do the functions that we need to do. That's all. Now for video connections, we've got YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, Flickr, and Facebook, and there are others as well. With YouTube, it's a simple OAuth. You just click through and you log in and you give permissions to TheWorkz, and then when you come back, you're going to set your category and the geolocation for the default geolocation for the profile that you're connecting, the niche or whatever that you're doing. On Vimeo, you're going to need to create an app on Vimeo, request upload permission first. After you get permission, then you create an upload enabled token. And I will give you drill down training on how to do that as well. Dailymotion just requires a login and password, and you choose a category. Flickr, you'll need to create an app and then authorize it. The same thing with Facebook. I'm going to give you drill down training later on how to do all those things. It's pretty easy. As far as social network connections, we've got, of course, Facebook, and again, app and OAuth token. Twitter, create an app and generate your own token. I may implement OAuth to that to make it easier for you to just click through and get permissions. Right now, you just create an app and a token and you plug it in. LinkedIn, you need to create an app. I will give you detailed drill down instructions on that, and you're going to have to then give yourself permissions to use the app. LinkedIn is not good. It's not friendly for developers. They make the user re-log in every 2 months to keep the token active. It's just the way it is. Pinterest is an app and OAuth token too, and it's fairly easy to set that part up. And then we're also going to ask for a username and password, because Pinterest doesn't let us do everything we need to do in the API. Some of it we have to do by kind of logging into your account and doing things, so that's why we ask for that username and password as well. Instagram is a simple app and then grant it permissions. We will be adding others to this list as well. It's a lot to go on, but you'll see once you get into TheWorkz, all these things are already in there for you to create and set up your authorizations. The blog is generally WordPress. At this point, we're generally dealing with WordPress blogs, although this is mainly for posting and creating content. We can actually consume content from any kind of website, but in terms of posting right now, we're doing WordPress, and we may add the other ones in later, Blogger or whatnot. Currently, the XML RPC is the standard connection. We'll be implementing Rust and trying to make things as secure as possible with the WordPress blogs. There's so much we can do with all these things hooked together. It's amazing. Now, the utilities we've got for you: spinners. You can hook up Spin Rewriter or the Best Spinner. Mainly, it's just like a username and password, login and API key, and the spinning works great. The system, I've used it. Indexers, we've got 2 indexers built in. If there's another indexer that you want to use, let me know and I'll try to program the API in. It's not too hard to program an indexer API if there's another indexer. I don't think they're selling crazy indexer anymore, but it's a good one. Link indexer is still available, and they're not too expensive, so you can get those and plug in your keys, and then whenever we publish anything for you, the system automatically gets it indexed instantly through the indexers. Syndication is kind of similar. We can give you links to Fiverr gigs that they will set up a complete OnlyWire or SendWire network for you for $5, and that's something like 20 accounts programmed in. So And you can do that as many times as you want and set up huge networks on OnlyWire and SendWire. So once you program those in, any piece of content that gets created and posted by the system then gets sent over to OnlyWire or SendWire if you have it set up that way, and then those pieces of content will be syndicated out to where the huge networks that you have set up. Then we have files right now, and of course I already went over S3, what you need for that. We also have an access to Scribd, which is a very cool PDF uploading API. So the system will basically, if you choose, one of the what we call the syndication mapping channels will be to create a PDF of whatever the source content is and then upload it to your account on Scribd. And then we can get back that link and continue to pass that link around too to the syndication or whatever. It's really, the potential is staggering in how we can connect all these things together. I've still got my eyes open for other types of accounts that we can add here and utilize and work into the system. Finally, let's go over the main actions that you've got to do on the TheWorkz itself. You can create that profile that I discussed before with the main title, keywords, business info, and everything that you need to address the niche for your profile. You're going to be able to authorize all those posting channels and connections that I went over. Then you're going to be able to connect those channels to the profile. So you'll first authorize the channels, and then you'll take the appropriate channels and connect them to the profiles. So that when you use our client software with a profile, it's automatically going to use the connections that you've created on those profiles to publish your content and continue the syndication. The other thing you can do in the TheWorkz is you can launch your registered client software with just a click, so you don't have to log in every time. You can also track your posting history and everything that the TheWorkz has been doing for you in the back end. And as I've described, you'll design your back-end syndication strategies. So there you go. That is a pretty good overview of what the TheWorkz is and what it's going to do for you and how you're going to think about it in putting together your strategies. So that's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions for me at all on this, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll see you in the next videos when I start going over the specifics.